What's up, everybody? We got a super fun video scheduled for today. We are gonna have fun with this one today. I am breaking down my pre-season MLB standings projections. So I will be predicting how every team's season will end up. Okay, to start off, AL East, I think it's gonna be stacked this year. We're all looking real good in here. I got Toronto going 99 and 63. Boston going 90, 72. I think Boston could win upside of 95 plus games. I think they're so good this year. Orioles, I have us going 86, 76. Yankees, I have them going 84 and 78. And the Rays, I have them barely getting over 500 at 82 and 80. For NL East, I have the Phillies going 98 and 64. I have the Mets going 92 and 70, but I think the Mets could win up to 100 games this year. I have the Nationals going 86 and 76. I have the Braves going 83 and 79, which I do think they could get into that 90 win mark. And if they do, I would not be surprised. And I have the Marlins going 76 and 86. NL East, I don't think will be quite as good, but the Phillies will be real good, and the Mets will also be awesome. Then for the AL Central, I have the Tigers winning the division going 88 and 74. Royals going 84 and 78, tied with the Guardians at 84 and 78. Then I have the Twins being awful this year. I do not like how their team looks one bit, going 69 and 93. And the White Sox going 49 and 113. Then the NL Central, I don't think any team out here will be very good. I think they'll all be mediocre to good at best. I have the Brewers winning 84 and 78, taking their division. Then I have the Cubs going 82 and 80. Cardinals 81 and 81. Pirates, I think they're a sneaky team. Amazing pitching staff, and Connor Griffin looks good. I have them going 78 and 84. And Reds, I don't think will be good at all. I think they'll be pretty awful, to be quite frank. I have them going 60 and 102. Cubs could get 90 plus wins this year, but at most 92 I think makes sense. I don't think they'll be super good this year. I think PCA will kind of fall off. AL West is a fun one. I have Seattle going 98 and 64, taking their division. The Rangers going 82 and 80. I think they could be below 70 wins. I really don't like this team this year. I have the Astros going 77, 85. I have the Athletics going 74 and 88, which I think they could get close to 80 wins this year. They are a really good and young team, pretty fascinating. And I have the Angels going 62 and 100, as they have virtually no talent besides Zach Neto. Now, who is taking down the West? I have the Dodgers taking it at 104 and 58. I have San Fran coming in second at 88 and 74. Padres, I only have them going 77 and 85. I'm not a fan of the Padres this year. I just don't think they're well-rounded enough. Then Arizona Diamondbacks, I only have going 72 and 90. And the Rockies, I have going 61 and 101. So for actual standings, how will the wild cards look? Dodgers, Phillies get the first buys in the National League. And Blue Jays, Seattle, and the Mariners will both get buys in the AL League. Then I have the wildcard teams being the Red Sox, Orioles, and Royals for the American League. And the NL wildcard, I think this could go any way, basically. But I have the Mets, Nationals, and the Giants. Okay, then after I have the bubble teams, one out, I have the Yankees and Guardians tied as being the first team out for the AL wildcard. And the NL, I have the Braves and the Cubs right behind them. Now, right under the Cubs, I have the Cardinals and the Pirates, two very good young teams. I really like J.J. Weatherholt. And then right under them, I have the Padres, as they're not super thrilling to me. AL coming right under Cleveland, I have the Rangers, then the Rays. I like Jonathan Aranda, Chandler Simpson, and Junior Caminero. I just don't think they have the pitching staff. Then I have the Astros. Then back to NL right under Padres. I have Marlins, Arizona, Rockies, and Reds. Like I said, I am not a believer in the Reds. But Marlins, I think, could be an interesting team. I think they're kind of all over the place. They have some young talent, but pitching really isn't there for them yet. Right under the Houston Astros, I have the Athletics, who I've already talked about a little, the Twins, who I am not a fan of this year, don't think they'll be very good, and the Angels, who I also don't think will be good, and finishing off the worst team in the entire league, I have being the White Sox. Okay, so how will the postseason go? To me, this could be one of the most fun postseasons we ever see. I have the Tigers over the Royals and the Brewers over the Nationals. And I have the Orioles being the Red Sox. I know I already said Red Sox are super good. I just don't know if they're ready to make a deep push in the playoffs yet. Then I have the Mets over the Giants. Mets are a really good team. Okay, then divisional series. I have Orioles over the reigning AL champs, Blue Jays. And main reason for this is I don't think Blue Jays will be super good. I think they'll be decent. I think they'll be good enough to get at most 100 wins. I just don't think they'll be impeccable. And the Orioles, this young team, they're so talented. They have Dodgers over Mets. That's a toss-up in my opinion. Then I have Phillies over Brewers and Mariners over Tigers. So that sets the stage for a championship series where I have the Orioles beating the Mariners in probably Game 6, I'd say. Now for NL, I have the Dodgers over the Phillies, but I think that could go either way as well. But I do think the Dodgers are definitely well-talented and well-rounded enough to make it back to a World Series. So now, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? What does my World Series predictions look like? Okay, well, here we go. Yes, I do have the Orioles beating the Dodgers in the World Series. Obviously, this would be a dream come true to me, but I do think this is honestly probable. I think it's realistic. This Orioles team is really good. Last year, I said the doom to us was that we let go of Santander. And to me, it was never about his talent. It was more about that he was the only veteran on this team. We now got Pete Alonso, right? So we filled that hole right there in the veterans. Let's talk about what Mike Elias has done to get us finally get us pitchers. I mean, this is the best pitching staff we have had probably in the last 20 years. This is incredible. And let's look at the downside of the Dodgers. Yes, they did just get Kyle Tucker. I understand that. Realistically, I don't know if an MLB team has ever three-peated. And if it has happened, I view it as it wasn't likely and the numbers weren't on their side. And I just don't think this Dodgers team is quite good enough to go back to a World Series and win again. So I have the Orioles beating the Dodgers in Game 7. And this is interesting. I don't normally do this. I have the final score of that game. Ready? The final score of that game being 7-2. Orioles win the World Series in Game 7. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to start getting more into baseball with the season upcoming. Hope you all have a blessed day.